Alrighty, we are back, friends. How are we doing? It's so good to see everyone. I can't believe it's only Tuesday. I feel like this week has already been so long. But I'm excited to get to do some writing with everybody. Let's see, let me say hi to some of our friends here. Hello, Alex. Alex says, howdy friends. Hope all are having a fabulous day so far. Gentle reminder to check that your chat is in live mode. That is a really good reminder. Thank you, Alex. Alex is always really good at that. Honestly, it's a big help. Hi, Radiantly Mars. Radiantly Mars says, I'm early today, mostly here to hang out and listen to some audiobooks. Oh, nice. May or may not get some writing done, but that would be nice. I'm on the last 2,300 words. Well, 23,000. Sorry, not 2,300. Wow. Okay, that's awesome, Radiantly Mars. Listen, I like the slow and steady approach. Like, I like the whole, like, I'm gonna just listen to audiobooks and chill, and then if I feel the pull, I'll get to writing. It's probably a very, like, healthy approach, so I love it. I actually just, you guys know on Libby how you can, like, put a hold on books, and then they'll hold the book for you, and you can, like, suspend the hold and then say I'm ready for the hold. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But I just got a few audiobooks for vacation that I'm wanting to read. Well, 2 books. I say a few, but really 2. Well, technically 3, I guess, but I got okay, which is so funny because I've started these, I've just never finished them. Okay, I've started these several times and just never finished them. So one is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, which I really want to finish. I'm like determined. And then Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which I've started several times and have not finished because it's 45 hours and I don't listen on double time or anything. Like, maybe I need to try that, but I kind of like just, I don't know, listening to the book the way the author intended and at the pace they intended. And then I did get the Red Queen series because I've never read it, but I don't know how much of it I'll really get to. I think it's wishful thinking to think that I'm gonna get to all that when I still have summer classes and my own book that I'm working on during vacation. But, you know, at least now I have them at the ready in case I have the time. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. Hi, Bree. Oh, we love the fun emojis. I have never seen the blue, the one that's like the blue guy guzzling coffee. I think that's what he's doing. I don't know. That's a vibe. Hi, Ian. Welcome in. Hi, Radiant Bars. I already said hi. Sorry. The audiobook I'm listening to is Master the Marathon by Ali Nolan. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one before. Sounds cool, though. Master the Marathon. Love that. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Innocent Hedgehog. Welcome in, friends. Miley said, dropping a hi and a like, but I need to rot tonight. No worries, Miley. Totally get it. Happy writing, lovely. Thank you, Miley. I hope you have a good night of just kind of like hanging and chilling out. Innocent Hedgehog said fighting a heat wave right now, but had a great reading day. Ooh, nice. I love a good cozy reading day. I haven't had one in a long time, but that sounds like dreamy. Bree said today we're playing a game called Watch Bree Do Everything to Catch Up from Getting Nothing Done Yesterday. Listen, same. Innocent Hedgehog said hopefully gonna get a few words tonight now that it's cooled down a little. Nice. You're ready to be productive. I'm like that too. I need like a little bit of cool air to be productive. That's why I have this like fan right here. And when I get tired or anything like that, I usually turn that puppy on and it works like magic. Hi, Day. Day said, hello, I paid for my website today. Eek. So I'm going to work on it for today's sprints. That's so exciting, Day. So happy for you. That's so cool. Hi, Jeannie. welcome in. Yeah, his books are really long, which I love. Like, I think they, you know, every word earns its place on the page, but yeah, they're pretty hefty. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne said, I'm writing the most devastating chapter of my draft today, and I've already cried. So glad you're having a stream today to get me through all. I'm so glad that, like, we can help you through that. Yeah, writing the emotional stuff, it is hard. Hi, Water. You coming to say hi to the people? Hello, friend. Here, stay on your quilt. By the way, so I think I have mentioned this previously, but, well, I have. But I'm going to be going on vacation, and so I'm taking about 2 weeks off. And let me look at this. I wrote it down earlier, but I can tell you guys, and I'll post about this too to make sure it's really clear. But yeah, I think it's... Yeah, the 16th is when I'll be back. Well, not when I'll be back. I'll be back before then, but my first stream back will be June 16th. So, just saying, hopefully I can get a good chunk in tonight, and then we'll see where we're at. Once I get back, we could all update each other on where we're at with our projects. And like I said, I'll post that on YouTube. I'll post it to my Insta just so everyone knows. But yeah, my next stream back will be the 16th of June. Alex said, I'm also going through the Red Queen in audiobook form as well. Almost done with it and considering continuing with it. Yeah, so I actually luckily was able to get from my library. It's the ebook version, but it's like the whole series. So I think it's 4 different books in the series all at once. So... Hi, Rachel Catherine. Welcome in. Rachel said, I just grabbed some water and a snack and I'm sat ready to write and revise. Nice. Happy to hear it. Hi, Savannah. Welcome in. Yeah, he's a cutie. He's trouble. Walter, your public is saying hi. He has to go squat and look at some birds in the window. But I'm sure he loves you all as well. Jeannie said, I should actually write tonight. I haven't really worked on my draft for a couple months, but I still really want to have a first draft done by the end of the year, so I need to get to work. You've got time. You've got this, Jeannie. But we are here to work with you if you choose to work on it tonight. No, Walter has to stay here. So I have a camera installed to watch him. I have an automatic food bowl feeder that puts out like regulated amounts of food each day. And I got him a water fountain water bowl with a filter, and it keeps the water moving and keeps it like super fresh. And then my brother is going to come check on him as well. So covered from multiple angles. So I know he'll be lonely, but, you know, I got to try and have a little bit of a vacay once in a while. This is like, between you guys and me, I think this is my first vacation in like, I mean, I'm not even kidding, maybe like 6 years. It's been a long time since I've taken like a step away. So it's much needed. So I've taken lots of precautions and I will be watching him religiously. I've made sure I can see like all parts of the apartment, you know, so I can keep an eye on him. But yeah, that's my plan. Yeah, I just figured... Yeah, no, my brothers are the best, my 2 younger brothers, but like, I really thought about it, but he has never, I don't think I've ever boarded him ever. And I just knew it would stress him out more to be boarded and just be kept in like, you know, a crate, somewhere at a boarding, you know, at a kennel. That would stress him out a lot more than like staying here without me, where he's at least in his usual, you know, environment and everything with all his normal stuff. And I've actually set up the automatic food dispenser and the water bowl and the camera and everything early. They've actually been set up for like 2 weeks now. So he's been able to have time to like get used to it with me here. So yeah. Yes, I'm definitely gonna write. I want to write like on the beach a little bit. I was thinking about trying to film like a little, writing on the beach. I don't know how you put it. Like, you know, those ambiance videos kind of where they're like write with me videos. I thought about filming one on the beach that's just like write with me on the beach and just have like a little 2-hour beach video. I'm gonna try to take all my camera gear with me, but we'll see if I can pull it off. We'll see if I can make it happen. But I just think it'd be kind of nice to have, even for me. Like, I would like to have it, but it'd be cool to post and share around too. Yeah, I do want to do a vlog too, potentially. We'll see though. Okay, how do I put this? Historically, I've not been very good at doing vlogs and keeping up with them. I actually have a whole bunch of footage of like other points in my writing journey that I've never posted, just because I've never taken the time to edit them and put them up. So I don't know. I would love to, but we'll see if that happens. But yes, beach writing ASMR. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Speaking of which, oh no, I totally am. Don't worry, it is a hedgehog. Like, I appreciate you saying that. Don't worry. I'm definitely going to try and prioritize it because, yeah, your girl needs a break. But it's like, if I'm bored and I'm already on the beach and all I have to do is set up the tripod, that's easy, you know? So we'll see. We'll see if the mood hits me. Rachel said you could always make it a montage. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I'm able to do. Like I said, I'm not committing to anything over the vacation other than my schoolwork and then trying to work on my book because, yeah, I need a break. But also would love to do some content if I feel so inclined. So, all right. Speaking of doing some work, let's pop on over to the handy dandy wheel here. Now, we're still doing the wheel in Flux for tonight. Let me refresh this. Okay. So you all know the drill. You will take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. Once we have completed a sprint, that sliver of the pie will then be converted to an additional Wheel of Doom section. So the odds of getting Wheel of Doom increase with every sprint that we do. Now, I will say I don't want to go crazy late tonight or anything. Not that we usually go crazy late. But I'm just saying, I may err more on the side of safety tonight because your girl could not afford to get too tired. I'm actually going camping, and so I have like a ton of gear I'm pulling together, and I just need to keep my wits about me the next couple days. I need to not push too hard. And I did engineering all day today. I was studying hydraulics, fun fact. And so my brain's already at near zero. So just fair warning, I'm not going to push it too hard tonight. But we'll hopefully get at least 2 sprints in. So, all right. If you have not dropped your guess in the chat yet, you have 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay. I can hang with a cute 35. 35 works for me. All right, let me mark it in here. All right, and then let's see who got it. Let's see, Savannah got it. Savannah's the only one that got it. Good job, Savannah. All right, let me get you your trophy. Very nice. Well done, Savannah. All right, let me make sure. Okay, cute. Perf. All right, it looks like we're all teed up. Bree, you used to be up at 3:45. Crazy. But I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that's like, can't stay up too late. I'm double majoring in computer engineering and business administration. Yeah. All right. Now, I have 35 minutes queued up on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I will see you on the other side of 35. Here we go. let me see really quickly. Okay, I am almost to chapter 15. I have like, I guess you could say 2 pages left, because it's really a page and then 2 separate halves. But we're getting close. And that's 15 out of 22. So I'm up to about page 3. I'm like halfway through page 341. Oh my gosh. This thing is killing me. It's just so slow going. I feel like I'm noticing too, I'm making a lot of line edits, which is really not, shouldn't be relevant. It should not be part of the first dev edit, you know, probably, but I just can't help it. So I'm just gonna do what works for me, you know, because if it really throws me off, I probably should just address it so that then I can focus on the big picture stuff better. I don't know. Anyways, let's see how you guys are doing. Also, by the way, Margot joined us at the very end of that sprint. Margot said, hello, I've been traveling for the last week or so and just got home. Happy to be able to join for the TTWG. We are happy to have you here, Margot. Oh, I'm so excited you're here. Ozzy said, NetGalley Reader would not work on my phone, so I just plotted about 4 chapters. Ooh, 4 chapters worth of plotting that's great work, Ozzy. Bree said, read a chapter for inspo and wrote 105 words in the last 5 minutes. Ooh, nice. 105 in 5 minutes. That's pretty feisty. That's a good number. Innocent Hedgehog said, I ended up brainstorming, so only got about 42 words. Listen, brainstorming, your girl knows. I just will like brainstorm all the time, and it takes a lot of time to get like your ideas fiddled down to exactly, or like fine-tuned to be exactly what you want them to be. So brainstorming in 42 words is great. Dave fiddled around with the website and is learning the ropes. So exciting. Rachel Catherine says, I realized I had to reply to an email for an internship I forgot I applied for. Got caught up in that before I could even start revising. I typed 3 words for my book before the timer went off. 3 words. You know what? We'll take 3 words. 3 words is better than 0, you know? 3 is nothing to snub your nose up at, you know? Savannah said, made a much needed coffee and did some study for my exam Thursday. Oh, we're sending you lots of good vibes, Savannah. You're going to smash it. We're manifesting that for you. Ozzy said, I finished my Taekwondo class and my mom just started heading back from urgent care to pick me up. Oh, I hope your mom's okay. But that's cool that you take Taekwondo. That's really neat. Radiantly Mars is at 65% of the way through her audiobook with lots of tips for running a marathon, even though this will be her 3rd, and hung out with the pup. Nice, Radiantly Mars. That's exciting that you've run multiple marathons. This will be your 3rd one. I have a lot of respect for people that do that. I could never. One of my best friends does marathons. And she's got it takes a lot of commitment, and she's got a lot of drive. And yeah, I very much admire people who can pursue that. Jeannie said, didn't get much actual writing done, but I'm getting re-familiarized with the story and where I am. Also working on getting names for the villages in my fictional world. I'm telling you, the naming part is like, I don't want to say overwhelming, because it's not overwhelming completely, but like I have this sheet where I'm keeping track of all the stuff I still need to name in my book, because a lot of it I just gave temporary names to, not the big stuff, but just like, things that are mentioned like once, you know, or background characters that are only mentioned once that are like very much in the background. Yeah, I have like a whole list here of stuff that I need to go in and I need to look at the temporary name that I gave the person, place, thing, and decide if I want to keep the temporary name or update it. And you guys know I have that sheet that I like to use for names for places and people, where I color code how often I use names that start with each letter of the alphabet to try to like keep it well dispersed. And so, yeah, this is going to be its own project in and of itself. Naming is, I full on get it. Let's see. Ian said, I'm beta reading for the next few days, so no words, but having fun living in someone else's project. Nice. Yeah, beta reading I think can be really helpful, even for your own writing, just to like be more critical about what you're seeing, because I think it's easier to catch stuff in other people's writing than your own. I've only beta read a couple times, but I enjoy it too. Suzanne said, got through the dreaded scene. Now I have to get my girls ready for bed. Oh, that's so good that you got through the scene. Oh my gosh. That's awesome, Suzanne. Great work. Jeannie said, honestly, naming is the kind of stuff that I use ChatGPT for. I feel like it's basically the same as Googling lists of names, but faster. Yeah, I mean, I don't use ChatGPT just for anything. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Yeah, that's a dicey topic. I know. Sorry, Jeannie. I don't mean any shade. It's such a hard topic to be like, I really do get what you're saying, and I don't think you're totally wrong in what you're saying, but I also feel like I've taken a pretty steadfast stance on, like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't sit here and say, like, yeah, like, ChatGPT's cool, you know, just because there's so many bad repercussions coming from the use of it. But just know, Jeannie, I'm not looking at you funky for it or anything. Like, it's just such a weird thing as someone, like, online to I don't know, like, discuss or field comments about, but I'm pretty firm and, like, I don't touch it. I also wouldn't trust, I guess I would say too, like, I wouldn't trust if I used it for names. Here's the only cautionary thing, Jeannie, and this is, again, not judging you at all. Not judging at all, just a cautionary thing. I feel like if you were to get names through ChatGPT, there's always a chance that they could be names that are already, like, used in other books and stuff. And I feel like that could get scary because you don't want to, like, name your main kingdom something that was named or where another author used the same name for their kingdom in another book, like, that was a popular book that you just happened to, like, not have read yet or something, you know? I would just be careful. That's all. But I don't judge you for it, Jeannie. Like, that's a pretty tame instance of using it, you know, I guess, if you're going to use it. But yeah, I try to just Google. And I actually use, like, I have certain books on ballet that I went through and used for name inspo. I think maps are another good source of inspo for names. Yeah, there's, like, I don't know, there's so many different tactics you can take with it. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's such a hard, I'm trying to be really diplomatic. I hope you guys appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're good, Jeannie. I just don't want you to think I'm, like, being too or how do I put this? I just don't want you to take it personally at all. That I'm like, well, I don't use it, but, you know. Okay, Rachel Catherine said, last line that I added the 3 words to, is this a bad dream? Ooh, that's pretty gripping, Rachel Catherine. Is this a bad dream? Is it? Would be interesting to know. Alex said, a tip I heard recently is to look at names from previous Olympics. Ooh, that's a good one. That way you can see names from areas that you might have never considered. That is a good one. See, and that's what, like, when I look through my ballet books, I feel like there's a lot of, like, Russian names. Well, Russian, Italian, and French primarily, and some American too. But yeah, it's very interesting to go through, and I'll look at the names, and then sometimes I'll, like, my main kingdom in here is I took the root of someone's name. So their name was much longer, and then I shortened it and took only, like, the first 5 letters of their name and used it for the name of my kingdom. So yeah, I feel like you can get pretty, like, creative. Innocent Hedgehog said, depending on which AI you use, there are some extremely common AI names which you might not be aware. Yeah, I would just be scared. I mean, there's a lot of reasons I don't use it, but I would be afraid that it would, like, spit out names from someone else's book. But nothing personal. Okay. How do y'all feel about spinning the wheel again? I hope you don't mind. I just kind of took initiative and here we are. Let's see. Yeah, of course, Jeannie. I mean, I want everyone to be welcome here. So now I will say, Jeannie, if you had told me, like, it's writing the whole book for you, that would have been different. But yeah, I mean, if you're just using it to look up names like you would on a baby website, I wouldn't do it, but I'm not going to like look at you crooked for it. So thanks, Margot. Oh, yes, that's a good one too. I've done that too. I also keep a running pinned note on my phone, and I'll write down names. Let's see, what's it called? I think I just have it as potential future character names. And like, for example, on Below Deck, there's a girl named Kizzy. And I was like, oh, I like that name, you know? So I just wrote down a bunch. I have a whole bunch on here. I'm not going to read all of them because obviously, you know, you want to save them for special occasions. But like, I'll just be watching movies or shows and I'll be like, oh, I really like that name. I'm going to just like jot that down real quick. Called Vulgarlang that people use for Vulgarlang. What is that? I've never heard of that, Ian. Vulgarlang. Interesting. Okay, I love the people who have already dropped their guesses. Yeah, agreed. Okay, glad we're agreed on that. Because, yeah, that's the core message. I need a longer one to hold myself accountable to studying and not writing. Good point. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, sometimes an outside like voice can give you just what you're looking for. That's a really good point, Jen. Okay, I'm gonna pop over here, get to the wheel. Okay, here we go. Ready? If you have not dropped your guess, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Man, it's given us another baby one. 30. I mean, I'll take it, but well, just know if you wanted a longer one, because it's only 30, our next break will be like brief, you know. So we'll turn it into a longer one ultimately pretty quickly. Let's see. Who got it? Did anybody get it? Jen got it. I don't know that anyone else did. Perfect 30. Let's see. Yeah, Jen may be the only one that got it. Very cool. All right. Let me fetch you a trophy, Jen. Oh, ignore that. Very nicely done, Jen. Let me get this queued up real quick. Oh, I already did. I'm on autopilot tonight. Okay. Yeah, it does kind of. Baby Woods, yeah. I know, it's so tricky that way, isn't it? 30, flirty, and thriving. Yes, we love to see it. Okay, that being said, I have 30 minutes on the clock. I wish all of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in 30. Here we go. to about page 348. I'm also sorry, I did not catch that. I did not catch the alert right when the timer went off. I know I was close, but I didn't catch it right then because I had a huge, like, brain blast that I think is going to make the story a lot, oh my God, so much better. We'll see if it happens, or if it works, but literally in the last, like, minute 30, I had this brain blast and I was like, oh my gosh. I just think it will make the story so much better. And it'll cause kind of a ripple effect, but nothing crazy. And I think it would be worth the work, theoretically. I need to like sleep on it to be certain. But wow. I'm kind of surprised that I had a brain blast of that magnitude this kind of like late in the process, you know, because I'm really just transferring over the notes I've already made. But I do feel like it's kind of weirdly helping me to transfer over all the detailed notes that I did. And I have some overarching notes too, like, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'm catching some stuff that's like much bigger picture stuff more easily now, because I know that I've already gone through and caught the tiny stuff. So now I just need to think like big picture. And I'm also kind of just skimming and entering in where I had corrections. And so I'm staying far enough away from the story that I think I'm able to think big picture like that. It's just very interesting. But we'll see if it works. But like, I think this will help two of my characters as far as like emphasizing their character arc and their personalities a lot more. And I think it makes a certain plot point more believable and much more interesting. And we'll add a lot of like, well, I don't want to say anything more, I guess, but I'm really excited about potentially making this change. We'll see if it works. But anyways, okay, let me check in with y'all and see how you did. Also, Ozzy, our thoughts are with you. I did see your comment. So our thoughts are with you and your mom right now. Let's see. Jervina said, long time no see. Glad to be back. Keen to get some stuff worked on. Nice. Happy to have you here, Jervina. Yeah, definitely happy to have you in the TTWG. Ozzy said, listen, I just ate 2 small bags of Cheez-Its. I did no work. Listen, that's okay. That's all right. Sometimes you need a self-care sprint, you know? Rachel Catherine revised 62 words. Nice. Yes, I love it too. This is the second one that I've had so far for the book where it's been like a big one where I'm like, ooh, this solves a lot of things and like really impact the story in a positive way. So it's nice. Jen got 206 words and is dissecting and rewriting a chapter. Nice. Margot mostly chatted with friends and relaxed a bit. I'm sure that is like well needed after being away on vacay. You know, you got to come back and like get in touch with or get back in touch with the real world a little bit, right? Because you're like so I guess just out of touch with everyone for so long. Bree said, writing a random offshoot. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna just really quickly put up a 5-minute timer just to keep us on track here. Okay, Bree said, writing a random offshoot to see if I can work it into my current writing. 810 words, stopped to revise mid-write, or I would have gotten more. 810 is awesome, especially for a 30. Dang, that's really good, Bree. Ron read some editor notes and revised 3 pages. Nice. Also, welcome in, Ron. I don't remember if I welcomed you in earlier or not. Jen said, hey, I'm changing major things over 2 years ahead. Well, I'm not far behind you. I mean, I think I've been working on this for like a long time. I mean, I don't think it's been 2 years, but it's been like a year and a half. Because let me think. What are we in now? May? January, February, March, April, May. 5. Plus another 3, 6, 7, 8. So a year and 8 months is how long I've been working on this. And I only have 1 draft done. But like I really put very few brackets in here and stuff. Like it's pretty much written out. So I'm hoping from here on out, like once I've done all these notes and implemented them, I'm hoping to get a second draft out, and I'm hoping from the second draft to do more like, you know, copy edits, line edits after that, but we'll see what beta readers say. Alex said, eating food is productive in my, I agree. It's hard to do work when you're hungry. 100% agree, Alex. Love that take. Rachel shared a last line. I do have one question, he began. How old are you? I'm 22, I replied, barely above a whisper. His face turned a bright shade of red. I couldn't tell if it was shock or embarrassment. Wow, that's interesting, Rachel. Only 78 words, but it's something. That's great, Jeannie. Also, I do see, yeah. All right, I'm sorry. Yes, we are missing two butterflies. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I think I'm fairly on, I'm like really locked in tonight because I'm like, okay, I want to get as much of this right again as I can before I go on vacay. But yes, thank you guys for reminding me. Okay, we've got 2 minutes. If anybody has any more. Oh, an H-gap romance. Okay, I feel that. I feel ya. Listen, whatever floats your boat. I don't, you know, as long as it's legal, you know, people like different things and people read romance books for all kinds of things. So as long as it is legal and nobody's getting hurt or anything, it's all consensual, you know. All right, let me see. Do you guys want to do a top 10 card? I'm going to see if I can find a good one. Like a good, easy one. I shouldn't say easy, but man, this one would be tricky. Oh my gosh. That's okay, Rachel. Jeannie, oh, no worries. Jeannie said, I mean, I'm 37 and my celebrity crush is 58, so, you know, whatever floats your boat. Like I said, as long as it's consensual, nobody's hurting anybody. All right, I'm trying to find a good one. I mean, there is one called Mexican Food. You guys are kind of foodies. I feel like you guys want to try the Mexican food one. Let's see, there's also one that's languages, but I think we did that one for some reason. But yeah, I have Mexican foods, or I have medical specialties, but that one looks like it could get hard. So let me know in the chat if you want to do Mexican food or Mexican food or medical specialties. Yeah, we did do the language one. That's what I thought. Down for either. All right, let's do Mexican food. I just think it's going to be a bit of a quicker, easier one. And then we'll save. We can do medical specialties another time if we want to. But like I said, that one looked pretty tricky anyways. Okay. You guys are trying to guess the top 10 Mexican foods. That is the category. So if you think you know any, go ahead and drop them in the chat and I'll do my best to go through and check them. Burritos, tacos, nachos. Okay, tacos is on here. I don't see burritos, interestingly enough. Nachos, chili. The chili relleno is on here. Nachos is on here. And enchiladas is on here. Good job, guys. Let's see. Salsa is not on here, but there's something that I feel like is kind of in that family that is on here. Elote. I don't see elote. Tamale. Enchiladas is on here. I did get that one earlier. Tamale. I don't see tamale. Fajitas. I don't see fajitas. Quesadillas is on here. Good. Chalupa. No. Churros, enchiladas. Enchiladas was on here. We did get that one. I don't see churros. We got quesadilla. Esquites. We don't have that one. No worries, Trevita. I get it. Guacamole. Guacamole is on here. Good catch. Queso's not. Salsa mojete. No. Mojete. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. Sorry. Burrito taco. Okay, let me just tell you guys this. We've only got 4 left. 4 left. And actually one of them... No, I don't think anyone said it yet. No. Interesting. Hey Jade, we are trying to guess the top 10 Mexican foods. It's like these cards. They're like these cards I have. It's a game. And they tell you the top 10 things in different categories. And we have 4 left that nobody has guessed. So one of them, let's see, corn chips are not on here. Fajitas are not on here. Taquito is not on here. Flautas, nope. Pico de gallo, nope. Flan, nope. Chilaquil, no. I think you guys are getting fancier than you have to. Salsa's not on here. No. Barbacoa. Nope, that's not on here. Because it will be, probably. Okay, let me give you a clue. Here we go. Hold on. Refried beans is one. Nice. That was one of the remaining 4. So we have 3 left. Okay. Tortilla is one. So we have 2 left. I have a feeling some people might have done some Googling, but that's okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. That one is not one of the last 2. No, but good guess, Ian. No, mole, no. I kind of thought that would be on here, but no. 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 Okay, so I will tell you one starts with a G, as in girl, okay? And I guess I could say, I'll give you the first 3 letters. How about that? G-A-Z, as in zebra. G-A-Z. I believe they are full dishes. G-A-Z. Okay, I'll give you another letter. G-A-Z-P, as in pottery. Yep. Good job, gazpacho. Okay, now we had one left. It starts with an H. It's 2 words. Okay, the first word starts with an H. The second word starts with an R. Listen, I don't know. It's on the card. I just go off the cards. Yep. Margot got it. Huevos rancheros. Nicely done, guys. I've never had Mexican gazpacho either, but it's on here, number 6 too. So I don't know. Very interesting. All right. Let me put this back at the back just to keep things organized here. And then we will go spin the wheel and get into another sprint here. Which this may or may not be our last sprint of the night. We'll see. Yep, it is real. It is real. But depending on how long of a sprint we get, this may be our last one of the night, just because I talked about this earlier, but I'll just again say very briefly that I'm going to be leaving to go on vacation starting this week, later this week. And so I will not be back until June 16th. I'll post on my YouTube channel, just so everyone has that to kind of like keep track of for when I get back. You can rejoin. The TTWG is not going anywhere. I'm just taking a brief break. But tonight I don't want to go too late, just because I've got a whole checklist of stuff I'm trying to kind of like chip away at before the trip. So let me take you guys over to the wheel. And y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time you think the wheel will land on. And then we'll take the wheel for a spin and just see what happens. And if we do another sprint after this one, then we'll add another sliver to the wheel, or of Wheel of Doom to the wheel. But I don't know. We'll see if that happens or not. If you have not dropped your guess in the chat yet, you have 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got a lot of babies tonight. Like, I'm not hating, but we got a lot of babies. I think this is the vacay wheel is what's happening. Let's see. Let me see who got it. Oh, we had a few people get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Jen got it. Alex got it. Jeannie got it. Yeah, okay, those are our 3. Jen, Alex, and Jeannie. Yep. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go back over here, fetch you a nice little trophy. Very nicely done to 3 members of the TTWG that got that one. All right. Well, yeah, it is going to be a baby. It's going to be a baby sprint, but you know what, Ron? I don't think it is. It's just like a song that I got through Adobe for free. Well, actually, that one I think I licensed, but I don't think it's from an existing titled song or anything. But yeah, it's a nice little soundbite. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, we'll do a little baby sprint, and then we'll see. We'll see if we do another one. Like I said, I think this might be my vacay wheel tonight, where the powers that be are just like, you know what, Evelyn, we're gonna throw you a bone. We'll have you do a nice, clean 2-hour sprint tonight for the most part, and then switch you into vacay mode or vacay prep mode. But we'll see. We'll see. If I'm feeling good, might do another one. All right. That being said, I have 25 minutes, right? Yeah, 25 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you in 25. Here we go. Okay, we are back. We've made some progress. I've passed the 350 page mark, so we're getting somewhere. It's just slow going. I have a lot of line level stuff that I added here. I don't know why. It has no place in a dev edit, but I also just can't overlook it now that it's there. Oh, Natalie! Natalie joined just in time for yapping. Yeah, I think we're actually getting close to wrapping up. We may wrap up early tonight, which isn't my norm, but we'll yap for a minute before we do so. Rachel Catherine says, I think I got about 100 revised words. Wow, that's awesome, Rachel. For 25, that's great. Jen said, I wandered. Okay, I get it. Wandered off and ended up writing one sentence that I'm pretty sure I have to rewrite. That's okay. Sometimes you need to write it that way first to figure out, you know, what it ultimately needs to look like in the end. Margot took a shower on that one. Nice. Bree said, soon enough. Oh, this is the last line, I think. Soon enough, she walked through the doors looking all proper and businesslike with the yellow envelope. As I looked down at myself, I instantly felt undressed. I was wearing my long black hair down, but it was unruly and unkempt. That was partially my fault because I was worried I was going to run late. Even my clothes, a simple black dress that buttoned up the front, seemed to be wrinkled. Ooh, I love that imagery, Brie. Oh, it seemed to be wrinkled and covered in dog hair. Even my Converse that I had thrown on was ripped and stained. Wow. Whoever this is, they're having a hard time, I think. But, I mean, you're getting the image across really well, Brie. I love that. It's very clear that they are in a rush or struggling or something. Ozzy says, I plotted 12 chapters and finally made it to them getting to the school, which is part 2. Nice, Ozzy. Ron revised 2 more pages. Very nice, Ron. Ian says, I did more of my beta read. Very cool, Ian. Jen says, you should go get rest, Evelyn. Thank you for... Of course. No, I just think, I don't know. Even if I keep writing, I think I may just go to slower pace and just kind of, I don't know, ease through it the rest of the night. Rachel Catherine shared a last line. Here are the latest proofs ready to be reviewed and edited before they get sent over the Times for publishing, I said, offering a quiet smile. Thanks, Rookie. He clicked his tongue. It's a good one. Bree got 1,644 total for the day. Nice. JK. Hi, JK. Well, I was thinking about ending a little early tonight. We are at almost 2.5 hours. I will say, I was going to ask, did you guys see the poll when it came up? I've never done that before, but I figured I would try it. Were you guys able to see that? Because I want to use it for a different stream format, if it works. Savannah said, crocheted more of my blanket and read a few chapters of Better Than the Movies. Ooh. Let's get some rest. What does ML mean? Sorry, Javina, I don't know what that means. But thank you, JK. Okay, you saw it, Savannah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know how to... I was trying to see if I could use it. I didn't watch a video on it or anything, but... voted for you to get some rest. You guys are very sweet. I think I may just stick with my QR code tactic, honestly. But yeah, I have a, I guess you could say a character stream in mind. That as soon as I find the right outfit for it, I want to make it happen. And I kind of want like a poll option. Hi, Water. Do you want to say hi to everyone since we're at the end of the stream? Let me see. You gotta sit though. No, unfortunately, JK, I'm not. I actually cut my Wednesday streams. I only do Tuesdays and Thursdays now. I appreciate you asking, but yeah, that's why we call it the TTWG now, the Tuesday, Thursday writing group, because we just do Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's just more manageable for me with school. And I think it's more manageable for you guys too. You don't feel like you have to tune in multiple days in a row or anything. You can kind of have a little break or go support another streamer, you know. But let's see. Ozzy said, I didn't see it since I was listening to music. No worries. No worries. Soulful. That's okay. I'm just going to use my QR code. I kind of figured it was a shot in the dark because it's something through YouTube, and you know, YouTube's kind of funky when it comes to streaming features, but it was worth a shot. Yeah, well, Walter wants to cuddle. He's ready to cuddle and watch, like, I don't know, true crime or something. Savannah said, mine was like any other poll. It popped up in chat and all I had to do was click my response. It worked great for me. Interesting. You know what? Can we try this really quick one more time? If you guys don't mind, I'm going to put the poll up real quick. I'll just do a poll for something random. Yeah, I do feel like he kind of knows. But let's see if we can do another poll really quick. I just want to see if you guys are able to respond. Okay, I'm just going to put... What's your favorite color? And we'll just do red and blue. Walter, or let's do something fun. Let's do green and purple. Okay, let me just see if you guys can click this or not. I know I thought about doing that, Natalie. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, I'm not trying to start any fights in here, you know. But yeah, I'm just curious if you guys, if it comes up right away for you. Okay. And I can see it on my side. I can see, I think, which one is in the lead out of the two. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And it's easy for you guys to click and everything, it sounds like, so. Yeah, there's only one answer for the if you love Walter poll, right, Walter? There's only one answer. Oh, and you guys can see too? Oh, cool. See, I was trying to pull it up on my phone and look at the stream to see if I could see what you guys see, but it still wasn't showing it to me. Okay. Nice. Okay, perfect. Because I have like I said, a character stream idea that I want to use it for. And I think it could be nice to use for like these moments too. Not necessarily tonight, but like when we're ending the night, if I feel like I could go for another one potentially, you know, I can always ask you guys what you're feeling. So, okay, very cool. All right. Well, for tonight, I think we will call it because I'm at about 2.5 hours. And like I said, I just have a big checklist of stuff I'm trying to kind of like get through for vacation before I leave at the end of the week this week. So, and Walter's, he really does want to cuddle and just chill. So, but I do want to thank everyone so much for coming out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back June 16th. Again, I will post that to my YouTube channel just so you guys can refer back to that if you're wondering when I'm coming back. But that'll be my first stream back. Will be the 16th. I'll be back before then, but you know what I mean. Otherwise, be brave, be a light. Remember that you're so loved, and I will see y'all around the internet. Bye, guys.